Alabama on the road at Oklahoma. This is 7:30 Eastern time on ABC. Alabama about a 2-touchdown favorite. The total, just under 50. Oklahoma right now sitting at 5-5. They lost to Missouri on November 9th. Had a little time to maybe regroup a little bit. But we need to acknowledge the fact that this is an Oklahoma program that has made a bowl game in 25 consecutive years. They currently have the second longest active bowl streak in the FBS behind Georgia. So in order for them to extend that streak, they need a win against Alabama or a win on the road against LSU. Both might be hard to come by. So we'll see what happens. The big thing for Oklahoma, we kind of know Alabama's path to victory here, right? Alabama needs to run Jalen Milroe. We know that they need to continue to try to get Ryan Williams involved. I do think at some point you're going to see more distribution beyond just Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard. I think Kendrick Law is going to get more involved. I think both running backs should get plenty of opportunities. Alabama's offense, though, in this game just needs to play clean football. They can't turn the football over. That's going to be massive, right? Because if you look at how Oklahoma's games have gone this year, when they've turned over the opposition, it's given them a little bit of juice. Look at the Auburn game. That's the one game they've won in the SEC so far, and they were able to turn Auburn over in critical moments in the game. So Alabama's got to be smart and then also be opportunistic, because part of Oklahoma's story this year has been the fact that while early in the season, prior to conference play, they're one of the best as it relates to keeping a clean sheet, not turning it over, forcing turnovers, what have you. It was all about great turnover margin. They won games because of it. Well, since they've gotten into the SEC, there is not a single team right now in the league that has been worse than Oklahoma as far as turnovers. 15 in SEC play. They have the worst turnover percentage, the worst turnover margin in the SEC. They are -9 in 6 SEC games. It's mind-blowing to think about that, too. Like I said, Alabama, one of the best. Lead the SEC in takeaways in conference play. They've forced 18 in the conference, and their turnover margin in SEC play +10. So turnovers and Alabama just being clean, smart, and one other angle of this game, I do think that there is good leadership on the defensive side of the football for Oklahoma. Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman, it's senior day. That's a factor in this game. When you have senior day and you have impactful players that are playing their last game on that home field, that can sometimes have an effect on the energy in the stadium and the energy on the defense in particular. So be smart if you're Alabama. You're considerably better. You should win the game comfortably. But turnovers, dumb mistakes are what could keep this thing a 4-quarter battle. Couple trends. Oklahoma 0-3 against the spread as a home underdog since 2016. That's the worst in the FBS. Alabama has covered in 3 straight games, and a 4th straight cover would be their longest cover streak in the last 4 seasons. So just something to be thinking about. I'm taking Bama. I think they win the game comfortably. I think they'll play smart, and their continued ascension is noticeable. They are better on defense. They're better on offense. The offensive line is gelling. There's a lot to like about how that team has played the last few weeks.